Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of XTW, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our first ever women ladder money in the bank match, ladies and gentlemen. As you know the rules, ladies and gentlemen, the first woman to climb on top of the ladder to grab the briefcase will earn a title shot anywhere, anytime for the Women World Championship, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss are gaming up on Belly in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon is going against Ruby Riott, ladies and gentlemen. And Natalia is going against Mandy Rose, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it look like Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen. She punching Belly, ladies and gentlemen, with a left and a right, ladies and gentlemen, with a left and a right, ladies and gentlemen, to the midsection. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte, she's slapping Belly to the chest with her left hand. She's slapping her in the chest, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Belly, ladies and gentlemen, she grabs Charlotte Flair and she throws her with a backward suplex, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Belly, she do a right punch to Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the corner of the ring. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Belly, she do a right elbow to Alexa Bliss, and Alexa Bliss falls down to the mat. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Carmella, ladies and gentlemen, she do a right kick, ladies and gentlemen, to the head of Belly, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Mandy, ladies and gentlemen, she get Carmella by the back of the head, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the ring post. And ladies and gentlemen, she throws her to the ring post again. And ladies and gentlemen, Mandy, she puts her on the ring ropes. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Mandy, ladies and gentlemen, she put a right knee to the back of Carmella, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, you got Natalia, ladies and gentlemen, she do a clothesline, ladies and gentlemen, to Amber Moon. Then, ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Ruby Riott, she got the ladder, ladies and gentlemen, and all women that stand to their feet, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Ruby Riott, she hits Natalia, and ladies and gentlemen, she hits Charlotte, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa, she do a right punch, ladies and gentlemen, to Ruby Riott. Ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Alexa Bliss, she put up the ladder, ladies and gentlemen. It looked like she been climbing to the top to reach the briefcase, ladies and gentlemen. Could she do it, ladies and gentlemen? And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she's on the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, she jumped from the ropes, ladies and gentlemen, and she jumped on Alexa Bliss. And ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Bliss fall off of the ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, out of nowhere, Charlotte, she spears Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Belly, she gets Charlotte, and ladies and gentlemen, she do the belly to belly, ladies and gentlemen, on Charlotte. Ladies and gentlemen, it looked like, ladies and gentlemen, all of the women is trying to get on the ladder to try to grab that Money in the Bank briefcase, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Amber Moon, she's outside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, she jumps from the ropes. Ladies and gentlemen, she sees Amber Moon, sees Alexa Bliss jumping from the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she jumps on Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she's looking at the ladder. Ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Charlotte and Belly, they are on the top of the ladder, ladies and gentlemen. Which woman will grab the briefcase Money in the Bank, ladies and gentlemen? And ladies and gentlemen, they're like, this don't look good, ladies and gentlemen. Alexa Bliss, ladies and gentlemen, she grabs the other ladder, ladies and gentlemen. What is she planning on doing? Now Alexa Bliss, she's in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. She hit the woman with the ladder, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this don't look good, ladies and gentlemen. Alexa Bliss, she's climbing on top of the ladder because she grabbed the briefcase, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like all the women, they're out, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it looked like Amber Moon gets to her feet, ladies and gentlemen. She gets to her feet, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, somehow Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she get the other ladder, ladies and gentlemen. She connected to the other ladder, ladies and gentlemen. What is Alexa Bliss planning on doing? Then, ladies and gentlemen, from the top of the ladder, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she do the moon eclipse, ladies and gentlemen. But, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa Bliss counter, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon punch her with a right and a left to the head, with a right and a left to the head, ladies and gentlemen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa, she punched Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, with a right hand to the head. And ladies and gentlemen, she punched with another right hand to the head from the top of the ladder. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she hit Alexa head to the ladder, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she hits her again to the ladder. She hits her head again to the ladder, ladies and gentlemen. Then, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she do the moon eclipse, ladies and gentlemen. Then Alexa Bliss, she falls off of the ladder, and ladies and gentlemen, she falls to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, it seemed like the women world champion Ronda Rousey and Paul Heyman, ladies and gentlemen, look like, ladies and gentlemen, they out here to watch the match, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it looked like, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon has grabbed the briefcase, ladies and gentlemen. While, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Moon, ladies and gentlemen, she is the winner of the 2019 Money in the Bank match, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, she's staring at Ronda Rousey in the face, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a great match, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching another episode of XTW.